What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another little quick review for you. Overview review. This one was I actually used to own this knife, not this one. This one's in for sharpening from someone at work, but used to own this one a long time ago. Really good knife. I can't remember why I sold it, but this is the Civivi Elementum. This one is the one with I guess brown, maybe canvas micarta. Pretty good little knife. Before I get into it, just want to say, everyone, thanks for watching. Appreciate all my subscribers, everybody that likes the video. Hit the like button down there if you want to listen to me ramble more about knives. Hey, hit the subscribe button. You'll I'll pop up in your YouTube algorithm all the time. Really appreciate that. Thanks to all the Patreons and channel members. So before I get too far off in the weeds, we'll go ahead and get into this one. This is a Civivi Elementum. And Civivi, excellent budget brand, you know, overall, pretty popular, pretty popular even for people that aren't really in the knife community, know about this one. This is overall length just under 7 inches overall. If you go from the tip of the blade to where it meets up with the handle, you're looking right at 3 1/8. Sharpened edge, right at 2 3/4 on the sharpened edge length, so what I call like a medium-sized knife. Go ahead and do the spine thickness check here. See how thick the blade stock is. Looking at 100, right at 116 was that? Yeah, 100, just over 116 thousandths. Behind the edge goes down to a nice 15 thousandths, so that's pretty good. And handle thickness, not too thick, not too thin. 430 thousandths on that handle thickness. The Elementum was a pretty popular knife when it came out a few years back. Knife of the year, I believe. Budget knife of the year for a lot of people, certainly. And it's just, overall, it's a great knife, you know. I mean, aesthetically, not really flashy, you know, but I mean, it is a really good knife. So before I get way off on that other subject, let me finish this one. The specs. There you got the Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So more along the lines of the size of the Rat 2. Almost, the Rat 2 is a little bit longer overall. But yeah, fairly close to the Rat 2. And next we got the Doug Ritter Hogue RSK MK1, and this one is the Hogue Deca. So closer to the size of the Hogue Deca, although still a little bit smaller than the Hogue Deca. And we got the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. The usual one that I use for size comparisons is actually out with Mr. Eddie right now, getting anodized, so he's doing the handles on that one. And the Spyderco Para 3 lightweight. So yeah, you can see it's closer to the size for sure of the Para 3. As a matter of fact, overall almost the exact size of the Para 3 as far as length goes anyway. A little more cutting edge on that one though than the Para 3. And let's do a couple Civivis. You got the Vision FG, a more recent popular Civivi, and you got the Baby Banner. So definitely larger than the Baby Banner, but yeah, maybe a little bit smaller than the Vision FG. You know, Vision FG definitely longer, definitely more cutting edge. So yeah. All right, put those up. Next, let's see, we'll go ahead and do weight. Get out the old scale here. A preview of the blue jeans right there. All right, so this thing, not especially a heavy item in the pocket. Carries really well, you know. It's not extraordinarily, like, you forget it's there light, but it's close to it. I would guess around 2.8 ounces, maybe 3 ounces. 2.7, pretty close. 2.7, what it's reading. So actually better than the ounce and inch ratio, which doesn't happen too often. So that's a good thing. Go ahead and get the blue jeans out. Typical deep carry Civivi pocket clip. So that's what you're looking at. No issues there. You know, carries pretty well in the pocket. Kind of the only issue I've ever had with Civivis is that bill poking out so much. You know, it will from time to time want to grab stuff. So got all that out of the way. Let's go ahead and finish specs, and we'll do a hardware check here. You got your normal Civivi captive pivot. This is a T8, I believe. Yeah, T8 on there. I'll tighten that up a little bit. And body screws T8, and clip screws, I think they're T6. I'll double check that real quick. And clip screws are T6. It is a right-handed tip-up carry only. Use a pocket clip. So just be aware of that. Really good that it's T8 on the hardware, and really good that the pivot's captive though, right? Skeletonized liners, if you look in there, you know, you can see some milling, so that's good. Pretty good lockup on the liner lock. You got a little lanyard hole right there in case you're into that. You know, I know a lot of people put lanyards on their Elementums. You know, some people collect the heck out of these things. You know, there's a lot of people that have, you know, multiple Elementums. And they do have a version 2, a button lock, all that stuff. But yeah, overall, you know, I'd say if you get down to brass tacks with it, the Civivi Elementum is an awesome little pocket knife. Really, Civivi's a great brand. I mean, I've never had anything by Civivi that I didn't really like. You know, I like pretty much everything that I've handled by them. You know, I mean, they're good quality for the money. You know, Chinese made company, but still pretty good quality for money. This is a super slicey little knife. I actually got to put an edge on it. It's not slicey right now, but it will be. And I think I mentioned that. You got the jimping up top. The handles are well rounded. You know, you got a little jimping on the lock bar right there. That's cool. And you got a little bit of jimping right there on your flipper tab on the side that you pull back on. So that's cool. The action's pretty good on it. No issues there. You know, can you fail it? Yeah, if you really want to, but it's hard to do. So no issues on the action. That's a good thing. And let's see, where was it at? I just saw it earlier. I don't know if I'm the blade steel here. I saw D2 on it earlier, but I can't. Oh, there it is. I love how they put it super small right there, D2. So, you know, that's good. No billboarding at all on it. Pretty plain. You know, I really like the no billboarding part of that. You know, good sharpening tool. You can choke back on it. You know, I wear a large size glove, regular size hands, you know, choke back, fairly comfortable. I still got my pinky on it right there, even for a sub 7-inch knife, which is kind of crazy. You know, that's a good ergonomic made knife. Choked up, you know, you can't fully grab it because the meat of your hand wants to grab that, but you know, you can put your finger on there, kind of like a trigger pull, maybe slice back, but choke back is pretty comfortable too. So yeah, overall, I would say the Elementum's an excellent knife. You know, it is definitely stood up to the last few years. You know, I know when it first came out, a lot of people loved it, and then people started criticizing it pretty well. Look at that, I failed it, but I'm trying to flip it. Yeah, trying to flip it left-handed with no wrist, so I guess that happens. But yeah, the Civivi Elementum, I think, is a pretty good knife. D2, good quality steel. For the money, you know, you do a budget knife, especially one this one I think runs around $50, maybe something around there. And they do periodically have sales like Thanksgiving, Black Friday, stuff like that, Labor Day. So yeah, definitely a pretty good little knife for sure. I would recommend it. You know, I'll put it on my most recommended knives playlist and my sub $100 knives playlist for sure. So yeah, so big thanks to Mr. Al there at work for letting me borrow his knife and sharpen it up for him, which I'm gonna do here shortly in a live stream. And yeah, so man, it's, for the money, you can't beat this thing, really. It is a really good little knife. And I think that's about it, y'all. Appreciate everyone watching. Appreciate all my subscribers, all my channel members, Patreons. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like the content, if you want to listen to me ramble more about knives, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay sharp.